I told off my girlfriend's bratty adult kids when they kept showing up unannounced to use my house for parties. My girlfriend Rachel has 2 kids, Tyler and Jessica, both in their 20s. When we first started dating, I thought they were just normal college-aged kids who would grow out of their nonsense. Boy, was I wrong. It started small. Tyler would text Rachel at like 10 at night asking if he could come over with a few friends to hang out. Rachel would always say yes because she missed having her kids around. I didn't mind at first. I mean, I get it. But then it became every weekend. And then weeknights too. The first red flag was when I came home from work on a Tuesday and found Jessica in my kitchen making tacos for 8 people I'd never seen before. She just looked at me and said, "Hey," before going back to her conversation about some guy she was hooking up with, like it was totally normal to turn my house into a cafeteria without asking. Rachel was at her book club, so I texted her asking what was going on. She said Jessica needed to decompress after a bad day at her internship. I let it slide because I didn't want to seem like the evil stepdad figure, but I was annoyed. Things got worse when Tyler started bringing his girlfriend Morgan over. This girl had zero respect for anything. She'd put her feet up on my coffee table with her dirty shoes still on, leave wet towels on my leather couch, and blast music until midnight on work nights. When I asked Tyler to keep it down, he'd just shrug and say they'd try to remember. The breaking point happened 3 weeks ago. I'd been working doubles all week because my coworker quit, and I was exhausted. I came home Friday night looking forward to ordering pizza and watching Netflix with Rachel. Instead, I walked into what looked like a frat party. There were at least 15 people in my living room. Someone had spilled red wine on my white carpet, there were empty beer bottles everywhere, and some random dude was passed out on my recliner. My kitchen looked like a tornado hit it. Tyler was in there making mixed drinks like he owned a bar. I found Rachel upstairs hiding in our bedroom with her headphones on. She said the kids surprised her and she didn't know how to tell them to leave. That's when I snapped. I went downstairs and turned off the music. Everyone stopped talking and stared at me. Tyler started to say something, but I cut him off. I told everyone who didn't live here to get out. Now. Tyler got all defensive and said they weren't doing anything wrong, just hanging out. I said hanging out doesn't involve destroying someone else's house and treating it like a club. Jessica chimed in saying I was being dramatic and that her mom said it was fine. That's when I really lost it. I told her that this was my house, not her mom's, and that being an adult means asking permission before taking over someone's space. I said if they wanted to party, they could do it at their own apartments or find a bar like everyone else their age. Morgan tried to get involved, saying I was being mean to Tyler's family. I told her she didn't even live here and had no right to comment. Then I started listing all the disrespectful things she'd done, like using my expensive face wash and leaving makeup stains on my towels. Tyler's face turned red and he said I couldn't talk to his girlfriend like that. I said if his girlfriend acted like a guest instead of a roommate, we wouldn't have problems. I gave everyone 10 minutes to clean up their mess and leave. Jessica started crying and called me controlling. I said controlling would be changing the locks, which I was seriously considering. Tyler called me a jerk and said his mom deserved better than some uptight loser who couldn't handle young people having fun. That's when I completely went off. I told him that young people having fun doesn't mean trashing someone else's property and showing up whenever they feel like it. I said if he was really an adult like he claimed, he'd understand basic respect and boundaries. The whole group left, but not before Tyler slammed my front door so hard it rattled the windows.